Greetings, foolish mortals. I welcome you to this spooktacular Halloween special of Teen Meets World. I am your host for this evening, your ghost host, Count Dankula. And right next to me is my co-host and my own father, Martin.
Hello, everybody. Hello, my son. Let's get on with the show.
And today, we're going to go through more Halloween films, complete with Halloween specials.
Ooh. I see you've got a nice big list there, Danny. What we're going to be talking about?
Let's start off with the Simpsons Treehouse of Horror.
Ooh. And might I add, I did a little bit of research in the first Treehouse of Horror. Actually, I say I did research, you told me earlier on. It was 1990, season 2.
That's right.
Wow, I was 9 years old.
Yes. The Simpsons Treehouse of Horror, it shows 3 Halloween tales in each Halloween special.
That's right, yeah.
There were mostly episodes where the Simpsons meet the aliens Kang and Kodos.
Do you remember the first Treehouse of Horror that you saw?
Well,
Which one it was?
most notably, it's the one where it's been revealed that Maggie was not the real daughter of the Simpsons.
What? That can't be right. Oh, right, hold on. This is Treehouse of Horror, isn't it? So anything can happen.
Yes.
So whose daughter was she then?
Kang's or Kodos's.
Jesus.
And there was even a couple of episodes where Groundskeeper couldn't pronounce his name, Groundskeeper Willie. Yeah. He keeps dying in almost every Simpsons Treehouse of Horror episode.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he? So wait a minute. Maybe that's why you never see Maggie's legs. Do you? You never see Maggie's legs, so maybe she is the daughter of Kang and what's his name?
Yeah, we never see Maggie's legs. But then in later episodes of The Simpsons, possibly after the Halloween special, we do. Most notably in an episode where Maggie gets stuck in the newspaper box, and Homer accidentally, when he tried to get Maggie out, his clothes he accidentally snatched her clothes off, and that's where we could see her legs.
Ah, right, okay. So we do see them then. Right, okay, cool. Yep, classic. So Simpsons always a classic, but Treehouse of Horror. Have they done one every year then since 1990?
Yes, they do it every year.
They do 3 mini episodes per Treehouse of Horror.
Yep, that's right.
Do you know what? I bet there's loads I've not seen then. Doesn't feel like I've seen that many.
They are good episodes. There's one episode that references The Shining called The Shinning. You have the Shinning. Does mean shining?
Nice impression there, Danny. Impressions.
Very good impressions.
Yeah, very good impressions, Danny. Yeah, you're right.
Next up, I think it's time to move on to another Halloween special. And it's called Spongebob Scaredy Pants.
Do you know what? I've not seen this. Not seen it.
But I can tell you the plot anyway.
Oh yeah, tell us all. I've never seen this. I don't even know they had one. Until you told me.
It was in season 1 of SpongeBob.
Right.
On Halloween night in Bikini Bottom, Mr. Krabs tells SpongeBob the tale of the Flying Dutchman and how he's going to steal his soul.
Ooh.
And then Squidward came up to SpongeBob dressed up as the Flying Dutchman to scare him. And then Mr. Krabs and Squidward laughed at their trick and called SpongeBob a scaredy pants. And then much worse, SpongeBob, when he leaves the Krusty Krab, everyone in Bikini Bottom began to mock and laugh in his face and for being a scaredy pants. And then, just for a little payback on what the citizens did, those cruel residents of Bikini Bottom did to SpongeBob, he decides to scare the wits out of those people by dressing up as the Flying Dutchman.
Wow.
With a little help from Patrick, of course.
Well, it's not Halloween till Tuesday, so I've got time to watch it, haven't I, before the big Friday night.
Oh, yes. And I absolutely love hearing Brian Doyle Murray turn up as the real Flying Dutchman.
Bill Murray's brother.
Yes, that's right.
God, he comes up in nearly every episode of our podcast, doesn't he?
Yeah, like our first one, the first episode from our Christmas special, back when it was January 2022. We did it.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah. Wowzers. Yeah, he's always popping up, isn't he?
Ah, yes. Yeah. Especially as the Flying Dutchman himself.
Yeah. So, there's another one we're going to talk about, and we loved this, didn't we?
Yep, that's right. It's the Halloween special of Bottom.
This is an amazing episode. This is where Richie goes through about 3 different pairs of coloured tights.
Yeah.
When they go trick or treating. So Eddie's got the cattle prod, isn't he?
Yep.
And he keeps making him soil himself, basically.
Yes.
I think they also get bullied and get the trick or treat treats and money mugged from these little kids.
Yeah, three little devils dressed up as wands.
Yeah, that is a classic episode, though.
Yeah, very classic.
You can't beat Bottom. Well, you can. There's loads of things, but that is one of the best in the 90s.
Yeah. And speaking of the 90s, we also have a Halloween special of Friends.
Oh, yeah, Friends. So what do they dress up as? Remember? Wait a minute. Is it a Halloween special in Friends?
Not quite sure.
No. Well, I can't remember a Halloween special in Friends. Was it that? Did they? They definitely had a Christmas. Right, okay. Let's. Do you know what? I have to check this out.
Okay. Right then. Don't worry about this, folks. But my dad...
Yes, they did have one, of course. It's when Ross turns up as Spodnik, isn't it? That one.
Oh, yes, the Spudnik one.
Yeah, and I think Phoebe, she dressed as... Was it Wonder Woman or Superwoman? It was one of them.
But yes, there was also a subplot where Rachel upsets a trick-or-treater.
Yes, I'm remembering that now. Yeah. Yeah, so you're right, there was then.
Yeah.
You were friends, weren't you?
Oh, yes. When I first looked up at Friends, when I was only a kid, it was on Channel 4 in the UK.
Yeah. It used to be on all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, I do remember that.
Yes, the greatest syndication of the sitcom.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, just like how in the UK, CBeebies mostly include syndication of Charlie and Lola.
Yeah. Hey, I'm still looking at this Friends episode. So it's when Monica has a Halloween party, and Phoebe meets her friendly fiance of her flighty twin Ursula, but becomes alarmed when she learns that her sister has misrepresented herself to her trusting future-in-law. Yeah, so basically she's just conning. And it's, what's his name, isn't it? Sean Penn.
Yes.
Sean Penn. I knew it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've not seen that for a while, actually.
Yes. And then we have mostly the Scooby-Doo Halloween specials, because there's mostly Scooby-Doo episodes where, everyone knows this, in the Scooby-Doo series, Scooby, along with Shaggy, Velma, Fred, and Daphne, they hunt for ghosts and then unmask who did those ghostly things. And there's always a time when Scoob and Shag, they become horrified if there was a real ghost.
Yeah. Well, we've had Scooby-Doo on all day, haven't we?
Yeah,
You and your sister.
Yes, most notably Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated back in 2010.
Wow. You know what? That I didn't even know that was that old. So that's like 13 years old. I thought this was like in the last couple of years, the one that you and Lee have been watching today.
It was 10 plus years old, actually, the Mystery Incorporated one, because that was back in 2010.
Yeah, I've just said 13 years ago.
Well, not really 13 years ago, because this year is 2023, so it would be 13 years old.
I've just said 13 years ago.
Oh, I thought you said 30.
13 years ago. Not 30 years ago. 13 years
ago. Sorry.
Wow.
I can't pronounce any numbers correctly.
Yeah. Do you know what? I thought I was going a little bit crazy there. So I'm glad you just misheard me. Right, we've got loads of episodes to get through because there were so many different TV shows that did a Halloween special. So we've just had Friends. Obviously, Scooby-Doo, it's like Halloween every episode, isn't it?
Yeah.
Someone's always dressed up as some sort of ghoul and goblin or whatever.
Yeah, and they were always... And they would never get away with it too if it weren't for those meddling kids.
What about... Oh, right, I know what we're going to talk about next. I remember this. This was one of my favourites as a kid. But you liked it as well, didn't you?
Yes.
What is it?
The Real Ghostbusters.
Yes. I absolutely loved this.
Yeah, because it has got a lot of ghosts, like in the live-action films, and it does include Slimer, who becomes part of the crew in the cartoon.
I know, yeah. So, obviously, I watched the film as a kid before the cartoon came out. So it was strange that Slimer was part of the crew. But Slimer was always that lovable ghost in the film anyway. Really.
Yeah. Always likes to have a little sabotage.
Yeah, he just wanted to eat, didn't he? He didn't actually care about anybody else. He just wanted to eat everything.
Yes, I'm not really a cannibal. I'm just hungry.
That's a great impression, Danny.
Oh, yes.
Can you remember any episodes in particular that you liked?
Well, there's one episode where there was... Well, speaking of Slimer, there was an episode where Slimer slimes the entire town, and the mayor, who was probably so a bit drastic by this, he began to burst into tears and say, "Now my beautiful town is going to be called Slime Square."
Do you know, right, Danny, actually, I've saved this for this episode, and I want to know if you know. You might know, I don't know. Now, this is something I've always wondered since being a kid. Right. So, you've got Bill Murray from Ghostbusters, yeah?
Yes.
He does the voice of Garfield the cat.
Yeah.
In the movie. Right? And then the guy who, I'm asking you, the guy who does Bill Murray's character, Peter Venkman, in the real Ghostbusters cartoon, does he do the voice of Garfield the cartoon?
Oh, yes, he does. Yes, we know who this actor is. Lorenzo Music.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Cool name. So Lorenzo Music, he does Peter Venkman, cartoon Ghostbusters, and he does the cartoon Garfield. And then you've got Bill Murray, who is Peter Venkman in the Ghostbusters movie, and he does the voice of Garfield in Garfield the movie. So he's like a stunt voice, isn't he? For Bill Murray.
What can I say? I'm really good at portraying the character that this person already does. By the way, John, more lasagna, please.
I wasn't convinced by that performance. You're gonna put more. You have to put more Bill Murray into it.
Okay.
I'm joking. Yeah. So, real Ghostbusters. Yeah, we love that, don't we?
Yes.
I haven't watched that for years, but yeah, totally love that. Yeah.
Yeah, very good. And then we have the Addams Family. Well, we talked about the films before,
Yeah.
but then we could talk about it's Halloween the series.
Yeah. And they've actually brought out a series, haven't they?
Yeah.
Is it called Wednesday? Or
yes.
It's about Wednesday, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, an actual Netflix series made by Tim Burton called Wednesday.
Yeah. Yeah, we should check that out, actually.
Yes, and I believe once again, Danny Elfman, like he usually does the music in any Tim Burton film, has come back to do the music for another Tim Burton series like Wednesday, if I'm correct, that is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, give it also big shout out to Danny Elfman for also doing the theme song to The Simpsons.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, of course, yeah, you'll see his name pop up at the end.
Yeah, speaking of the Treehouse of Horror specials.
So really, the Addams Family, again, that's like Scooby-Doo. That's just like Halloween in every episode, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good though.
Yes.
Really good.
Very good.
I liked the film. I think I might have seen the film at the cinema. And then you watched them. You got a bit... Oh, when that was, actually. It was years ago now when you watched them. Good though.
Very good.
Yeah. So what else have we got?
There's also another Halloween special featuring the Peanuts characters and Snoopy. It's called It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Yeah. Well, I've never seen that, Danny. I know you're an expert in everything animated. So tell us about this then.
It all started when Lucy's little brother Linus, he believed that the guardian behind Halloween is the Great Pumpkin, just like how Christmas has Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny has Easter.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to Chris Griffin from Family Guy, he thinks there was an actual guardian of Valentine's Day called Arthur Valentine, in which his parents have made up for him. You'll get a Valentine's Day, Chris. Really, Dad? From who? Arthur Valentine. But I digress. The Great Pumpkin, it does include a subplot where Snoopy dresses up as an aviator. He goes to the Halloween party.
A radiator?
I mean, an aviator. An aviator.
Well, a pilot?
Yes. He goes to the Halloween party and does a little dance to Schroeder's piano tune before he breaks down in tears and comes out of the party.
Yeah. Wow. I'll have to check this out, Danny.
Yeah.
Is it something that you'd recommend?
Yes. This special also includes a running gag where Charlie Brown always gets a rock when he goes trick-or-treating. I got a candy bar. I got some jelly beans. I've got a rock.
I do love your impressions.
And also we have the Casper shorts.
Oh, of course, Casper. I always forget. What are is it his uncles?
Yes.
What are they called again?
Fatso, Stinky, and Stretch.
Fatso, Stinky, and Stretch. Yeah.
Yeah, his uncles like to keep teasing Casper a lot.
Yeah. Casper, that goes way back though, doesn't it?
Yeah, back when, prior to the 1995 live-action film by Steven Spielberg, there was Casper cartoon series.
Yeah. Yeah, that goes back.
And, yes, there was a Casper short where Casper, he meets two trick-or-treaters and decides to go trick-or-treating with them until they both realise that Casper's an actual ghost instead of wearing a costume, which causes them to flee.
What about Halloween this year, Danny? Because we're going to have a Halloween party, aren't we, on Tuesday?
Yes, we are.
So, what kind of things do you want to watch this Halloween?
I don't know, but haha, yes, we are excited about the Halloween party. Everybody, Halloween's back. All right.
You have to learn the dance moves for that.
Yeah, like the Backstreet Boys kind of spooky dance. And talking of Garfield,
Yeah.
let's talk about Garfield's Halloween adventure.
Cool. Go on then. I don't know this.
Well, I know.
Is it the same guy? Does he do the voice in all of them?
You mean Lorenzo Music?
Lorenzo Music. Has he done it from the very beginning to present day?
Well, unfortunately, Lorenzo Music had sadly passed away, possibly when the late 90s or something came about. But luckily, when the Garfield series got a CGI reboot in 2008, Frank Welker, the voice of Scooby-Doo, took his place.
Oh, right, okay.
So let's talk about the original cartoon of Garfield's Halloween Adventure featuring music's original performance.
Yes, let's.
Yeah, so when Garfield was watching Binky the Clown on TV, there's worth mentioning that about the trick-or-treating, and Garfield thought that would be the life for him to spend the night on Halloween, so he and Odie dress up as pirates and go trick-or-treating. And there's some mishaps along the way, especially Garfield. He comes across other trick-or-treaters and thinks they're real monsters, but he's trying his best to prove himself that he isn't a scaredy cat. And there's also a TV special, a Halloween special of Alvin and the Chipmunks, the 90s cartoon of Alvin and the Chipmunks, where Theodore comes across the Pumpkinhead, who turns out to be a nicer kid. Because I know that the kid was actually teased by other children about about being called the Pumpkinhead. There was a subplot in the special where Alvin wants to join the Monster Club and help the kids defeat the Pumpkinhead, but then Theodore was luckily trying to stop Alvin and the others from destroying Michael.
Oh.
To prove you're worthy of becoming a part of the Monster Club, young Alvin, you must perform 3 awesome tricks that will culminate in the Monster Mash Halloween night. Because somebody like the Pumpkinhead, half boy, half pumpkin, has to get Monster Mashed once and for all.
Okay. I'm in.
Danny, can I just interrupt you with some jokes?
Yes.
I found these earlier on. So, what was the ghost's best football?
I don't know.
Why, he was a goalkeeper. Yeah. Oh, Danny, I've got another one if you want to hear it. Ready?
Yes.
What do you call a witch with chicken pox? An itchy witchy.
Itchy witchy. Oh, now that's a bone chilling. Shivers down my spine.
Right, I'm going to tell you one more. What's the problem with twin witches?
I don't know.
Well, you never know which witch is which.
And speaking of witches, that transitions to our review of Roald Dahl's The Witches.
Ah, nice. See, that wasn't intentional, by the way. I had no idea that was coming next.
Yep. And in The Witches, in this story of Roald Dahl's Halloween tale,
Yeah.
it has 3 witches. Well, mostly ones where we find out they're bald all this time and wearing a toupee.
Yeah,
They turn some children into mice.
they do. I love that. What do you prefer? Have you seen the new one, actually?
What with Emma Stone in it?
Yeah, I think she's in it, yeah.
Well, I'm not sure if it's gonna be as good as the original with Angelica Houston in it.
Oh, the original's class.
Yeah, it is class.
Yeah, brilliant, the original one.
Yeah, there are very good differences between both original and remake. Just like how other Roald Dahl films have original and remake, like in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and Matilda, and
Yeah.
the BFG.
Oh, I love the BFG. Well, I like the original. That reminds me of being a kid, actually. But I like the one that was made, I don't know how many years ago now. 10 years ago? Or maybe not as much, as long as that.
Oh yeah. And then we have two more Halloween specials to talk about. Well, one that's an actual Halloween special, and the other that's a film. Next up, we have The Annoying Orange, Frankenfruit.
See, I've not seen this. I've not seen Frankenfruit.
In this Halloween special of The Annoying Orange, Pear, Orange's pal,
Yeah.
he tells the tale about an evil scientist chopping and slicing every fruit and vegetable and putting them together to make the perfect Frankenfruit. And
Frankenfruit.
Orange's other friend, Little Apple, who Orange likes to tease a lot and call him Midget Apple, he tells the tale about a hot dog who gets cursed by a gypsy, and every time there's a full moon, the hot dog transforms into a beast called the Halloweenie.
The Halloweenie.
Yeah, and when the Frankenfruit appeared in the kitchen, he was that of grapefruit, the head of grapefruit, with different body parts of other fruits and vegetables, including ones from past episodes of The Annoying Orange, including the cool cucumber from Cruel as a Cucumber, a broccoli alien from the Close Encounters of the Annoying Kind, the pineapple from the Pineapple episode, and of course, Grandpa Lemon. And there was a time when, before the Frankenfruit appeared, the lights go off and then goes on, and some of the fruit and vegetables, including Little Apple, mysteriously disappear after hearing Pear's story.
Now that wasn't Pears.
Yeah, the old apples and pears indeed.
You got a favourite character?
Well, I like Orange because, and the reason why he can be annoying is because he tells horrible puns.
Hey, Danny, what's a vampire's favourite fruit?
I don't know.
A blood orange.
Ha, blood orange.
Whew. Sorry, I just had to quickly grab this. What are we on?
And last but not least, let's talk about An American Tale, The Mystery of the Night Monster.
I haven't seen that either, Danny. I'm loving these obscure programs.
Yeah, very obscure. I know that there's some Halloween films that can be a bit scary.
Yeah.
It all started when Fievel Mousekewitz, he goes into a nightmare sequence about the night monster.
Is this a movie?
Yeah, this is a Halloween film.
So when was this made?
Well, in 1999.
Wow. Oh, time goes on. Tell us about it.
Yes, and then And then Fievel goes on a quest along with an ace reporter named Nellie Bree on a mystery of the night monster. I do say I like this film. It does, it really does have a little bit of creepy stuff in it. And I also,
What's it about, Danny? What happens in it?
well,
Danny, is your microphone all right?
yes, my microphone's fine.
All right, cool.
Yes.
So what's this about, sorry, Danny?
It's only about when Fievel, along with Nellie, they both go on a quest, a little mystery to solve the case of the night monster and the disappearance of whoever's left.
All right, okay. What's it about, though? Like, tell us about it. Like, who are the characters?
We have Fievel, the main character.
Yeah.
We have Tanya, Fievel's brother, Fievel's sister. Then we have Mama and Papa, Fievel's parents. We have Tiger and Tony, Fievel's friends. And yes, we have Nellie, the reporter, who goes with Fievel to solve the mystery.
That's cool. Okay. How would you rank that in, like, favourite Halloween films? Is it near the top, middle, bottom?
I'm sure. Oh, and there's a Halloween film that I forgot to mention.
Yeah?
That I didn't know about. An American Werewolf in London.
Oh, have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
You can watch it if you want.
Well, I know the song.
The song?
Oh, yes, Werewolf in London. Oh.
I like it, Danny. Yeah, well, we can watch that, you know.
Yeah.
Have to be when Lee's gone to bed, though. She's too young for that.
Yeah. But anyway, that's all for today, foolish morsels. Stay tuned next time for another Halloween spectacular.
We will just have a regular episode.
Okay.
Soon, yeah.
Guess a non-Halloweeny one. Stay tuned for that, actually. Well, we'll see you all next time.
Good night.